And with the Samsung Khan Zerg player to the bottom right of the map, he started 0-2 today in this group. He has a chance to bring us into a 5-way tiebreaker. Is he gonna take it? He is.
Samsung Khan Shine.
It is Shine. This blue keyboard, blue jersey, and up against the Terran player, starting to the top left on Anaconda. Starting for My Insanity, a former Sosa player, a former champion.
My Insanity, JAGJI.
Insanity is what we've got going on in this group.
Oh, it definitely is. This is a really, really insane group that we have here, and this is just crazy. To just recapitalize this once again, we have now in the group currently Kangho, Effort, and Hurricane. All three of them on a 2-2 score. JAGJI has 2-1, and Shine has 1-2. This is the last game in the regular group stage. If Shine takes this, we have a 5-way tie between these players. If JAGJI on the other hand decides it, then because he has the only 3-1 score in the entire group, he will be the first place and advance to the Premier League. And Kangho, because he won his matches earlier on today against Hurricane and also against Effort, he would win the direct comparison between the three players on a 2-2 score and would go as the second place to the Premier League as well.
Nuts. This is nuts. I think that this is the second time we've been in a situation exactly like this. The first time we did not have a 5-way tie. Now,
what I actually don't know is, was there ever a 5-way tie?
Not in up and down.
GSL.
Never.
I don't think so.
Never ever. I can tell you that for a fact. Never was there ever. And in fact, I'm pretty sure how it's going to be played out afterwards is that we will just replay the group, but I don't even know because I've never had that happen before.
We have to replay the group.
Yeah,
There's no other way.
That's the fairest and only good way to do it. And I think that's what will happen if Shine is able to take this game. Now, let's talk about his chances here. JAGJI is very good in this matchup. He's already killed 2 Zergs, and Shine is, you know, he's one of the weaker players in the group. He was the player who started out as 0-2. He's been gambling a lot, and in this game, you know, he played a decent late game in the ZVZ, but in the Zerg versus Terran, he's got a tougher time, I feel.
You know, the funny thing is that actually JAGJI is not really strong in this matchup. At least he hasn't been strong in the past. It's just like today he suddenly showed us really, really good builds against Zerg. He really controlled the mid and the late game. He made all this happen. He now overall is just in the 50% win ratio because he won those 2 games today. Before that, he was below 50% with more than 10 games played. If you look at Shine, he's at 46%. He lost to Marine King. He won against Innovation though. So
the rock strike again.
The rocks of death.
It saved the SCV because he accidentally clicked on it. Because the rock structures actually go onto the ground as well, which may be what causes this bug.
You know,
he right-clicked on it by mistake.
With the rocks, actually, you know what could happen? Just think about the worst-case scenario. A player takes down the rocks, the other player doesn't know it. Has his entire army at the bottom right, wants to walk to the top left, right-clicks there, walks into the rocks, and everything is gone.
Don't say those words.
And you know that happens in this game. JAGJI loses his entire army because of it. Shine wins it, and we have the 5-way tie.
It's the curse of the arch.
That's the product there.
By the way, Kelder, we're going to have what looks to be a Hellion Marauder all-in coming out from JAGJI. He could play it safe here, but the fact that he has not added a tech lab until just now so we can get the faster factory and he's also adding 2 barracks. If he adds 2 tech labs right now, it's going to be very clear.
Hellion Marauder, I haven't seen that in ages. That was a build that Pold used in Wings of Liberty. I kind of doubt that that's really what he's doing here. It's not that good anymore.
We'll see. Nope, double reactor. It's just going to be a faster bio timing, but no all-in. Very aggressive though, and that's why he hides these barracks at the top right. It's not what you expect as a Zerg player on this map. As a Zerg player on this map, you expect fast 3rd CC, easily taken, kill the collapsible rock tower, be very safe, everything is fine. But JAGJI taking a little bit of a risk here. And if he doesn't do a lot of damage with this push, he's going to find himself against a Zerg player who's on comfortably 3 bases.
You know, the suspense is actually killing me. I want to know if it's a 5-way tie or if we go into like JAGJI and Kangwei advancing. Someone just has to ask Atosis what his opinion is so that we finally have some safety here.
I'm sure he's watching. Tosis.
If he's watching, I need to check his Twitter so that we know how the game ends. That's like the glimpse in the future that you always have.
I'm sure a lot of people are tweeting at him right now. I don't want to check.
It's actually just funny that Tosis by far has the worst predictions in the entire universe. It's like crazy.
Do you ever consider that Artosis predicts incorrectly?
No.
On purpose?
Definitely not the case. Because he would have never started that. If he would have had this power, he would always predict correct. And that would make him look like a genius. That is definitely
well
just
said.
him having the worst predictions ever.
Well said.
But I feel by now he accepted it.
I think so. This push could do a lot. As far as my understanding is, there's no Baneling Nest. That is something he will need to be able to hold this. 1-1 upgrades are on the way.
Wolf, we don't have to cast the game anymore. Apparently, Dan said on Twitter, first time in my life I'm rooting for Shine, give me more Starcraft. So it's over, Jagji's gonna win. The curse has spoiled it, I'm sorry.
You will see. He said he's rooting for, he doesn't say he predicts. There is a sheep. Look at that sheep.
I don't think if that distinction really works. But Lertic is now done for Shine, and we have him with
No
the Roach
Baneling
War.
Nest.
No, the Baneling Nest is right there.
I mean, but it's not done yet, is what I mean. And the attack is here.
Oh yeah, you mean as a defense for the attack? Okay.
He doesn't have any Banelings morphing right now, and that's what he would like. The Spine Crawls, on the other hand, will buy him a lot of time.
Yes, and Jagji is having a lot running on this. Oh, a double Nidus? Because sometimes one is just not enough.
What? What? Is that supposed to be 2 spines on the high ground? I think so.
I don't. I actually, and he doesn't scan it. But here comes the army, and he's moving in.
The Banelings are not ready!
Oh, the Artosis curse. He holds.
He holds, or he doesn't hold. He doesn't hold.
No, he holds.
The Artosis curse holds, but Shine does not hold.
Shine doesn't hold. The Artosis curse is going strong as usual.
Those drones are dead. Cut a Baneling Nest out. Double Nice. I think they were supposed to be Spine Crawlers. I don't know what happened there. He must have hit V instead of B. But Double Nidus, it's, as it turns out, not the answer to this.
Oh, this is it. This has to be game. This is over. Shine is out, and Jagji and Kango advance to the Premier League.
GG!
Jagji and Kango, they advance to the Premier League, the 3rd season of WCS Korea. Jagji has done it, a 3-1 today. The Zergs just have no chance against him and came into this group with a win ratio below 50%, but he has not dropped a single map against Zerg. Really good play by him, and Shine on the other hand, a little bit unfortunate here. He was gambling, and Jagji just tried to end things early, and he did.
You know, actually, a clarification on Artosis. I saw the tweet now. And
No, it was the second tweet.
It says, I think Jagji will win.
Yeah, but that was the second tweet.
Yeah, I guess first,
hit another one
first
before
impressions.
that.
First impressions always what
Yeah,
counts.
first impressions, that was counts, and
First instincts, you know.
yeah, and I actually talked to Dan, and at some point I was like, you know, if you want to be the smartest person in the Starcraft universe, what you have to do is you think about what you want to predict, and then you say the opposite, and you will be always right. Jagji and Kangho, they advance. Hurricane, Effort, and Shine go to the Challenger League. No 5-way tie today.
And, you know, there must be a guardian angel out there trying to protect everyone from 5-way ties. It still has not happened, not even once to this day.
At least not at the GSL in the up and downs.
That's for sure. Well, what a crazy day nonetheless. We had a lot of close games, a lot of quick games. That Zerg versus Zerg was probably the most interesting game. That, not the most high level, but the most entertaining and crazy.
And here we have the Premier League players by race, 11 Terrans, 10 Protoss, and 9 Zerg in total.
Shapes up to be actually, you know, the way we started it wasn't quite like this. The Protoss have kind of filled in, and it's evened out. Only 2 Terrans made it through, so we have a pretty even race distribution going into next season.
And Jagji is back in the Premier League. I'm so happy for him. That's I'm really happy to see him in the Premier League. I want to see what he's able to do in the next season. And that's a pretty sick lineup. I really like this.
I do as well. Very happy with how this season shapes up to be. You've got your heroes, you've got your villains. You know, you've got Trap in there, you have Kongo in there as well. You have players like Su and Songduri, not to mention the Terran, Titans, Innovation, Bomber, Maru, Supernova. You've got Gumio in there. Don't forget about Parting, Yonghwa, Zhangbi, Rain, just to list almost every player in Code S.
Definitely. Pretty crazy lineup there. And we had 2 crazy weeks with the up and downs. Now this is the end. We are, of course, now waiting for the next season to start in the individual league. And yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting to see how that's going to shape up. So we are not only done for the day, we are actually done for the entire season. Season 2 is over.
It is over. This marks the end of our season. It's been a great one. Be sure to follow the 2 of us on Twitter. I am Proxwolf, he is Calder. And otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I see it every time that I'm